It's a tragedy that science and technology has been almost forgotten in Africa. Given the extreme poverty in Africa, it is unfortunate that many African leaders did not pay so much attention to this field, which offered a very good opportunity for faster socio-economic development and transformation of Africa. But leaders must have long-term vision. In other words, leadership must have vision in order to enable the country to move forward faster. If you don't have a clear vision as to where you want to go, then any road will take you there. You will be tossed from left, right, and center. At first, you begin and say, oh, import substitution is the solution because your industries will be able to grow. You have an incubator. Then they will come and say, no, liberalization, liberalize. Then they come and say, structural adjustment programs. This is what it is. Then they'll come and say, poverty reduction paper, PRSP. So each time you're just running around, you don't have clear vision as to how you want to do it. That really is what is responsible for what has brought us here. It would be impossible to catch up with the developed world unless African countries leapfrog and develop new advanced industries and technologies in our continent. We must invest heavily in training our youth, our young people in advanced science, technology, and innovations. I thus intend to establish a Science and Technology Scholarship Trust for aspiring young Kenyans in the period ahead. And this will enable the government and the private sector to cooperate in pooling resources for training of our young people. Entrepreneurship is a natural asset of many young Kenyans and other African men and women. This is where Africa may be stronger than now mighty Asia. If you visit Juakali, you'll be surprised how vibrant it is. Those who don't know Juakali are those who are self-employed in our country, working in the open sunshine. But if you go there, you'll find some very innovative youth there. Our weakness has been our inability to transform micro-entrepreneurs to the big entrepreneurs. Toyota, that is Mr. Toyota, started as a one-man cotton weaving Juakali. We must nurture our young entrepreneurs, help them grow to a fully fledged business establishment and become the next Toyotas. Ethnic diversity should also be an asset for Kenya and our economy. Our cultural diversity is truly amazing. The potential of our culture to attract tourism, both domestic and international, is substantially under-cultivated. Our long-distance runners are the best in the world. And the latest Commonwealth Games in New Delhi is a testimony to that. They earn large sums of money abroad and invest them at home. Our young musicians are some of the best in the world. Let us invest in them and export them to the world stage. In the past, ethnicity or tribalism was a negative force in developing our country because it was used by politicians for their personal advantage. Our young people are less tribal and more cosmopolitan. Today, 2/3 of our population is younger than 24, and this share will be rising. And urbanization will continue. Politics will soon be dominated by young people with less tribal inclination. I reject ethnic politics, and I'm encouraging other politicians to join me in this. In my view, therefore, the days of negative ethnicity will soon be over, and the era of complementary ethnicity will arrive. It is also essential and possible. It is also essential and possible to contain the rate of population growth. Paradoxically, a fall in child mortality rate might be necessary to reduce the population growth because mothers bear a large number of children in part as an insurance against the expected high mortality of their children. Therefore, it is necessary to pursue an aggressive expansion of healthcare and preventive medical care, as well as a substantial improvement in education as part of a strategy to ensure that Africa's young population will prove to be an opportunity for Africa. With the number of young people entering into the labor force contained to the extent possible, our economy would be able to absorb them in coming years, provided that we take advantage of opportunities globalization offers. First, with stronger education and training, a large chunk of the new entrants can find decent jobs abroad. According to the just released World Bank report, 2.6 million Kenyans received a total of close to $2 billion annually from Kenyans in diaspora. This is about 7% of our GDP and a major source of investment in our country. Second, the business processing outsourcing, that is the BPOs, in the country is growing fast, and it's expected to continue to rise even faster with the completion of the regional connectivity of fiber cable networks and the construction of the ICT parks. Third, foreign investment in Kenya is only about $100 million per year currently. This is nothing compared with billions of dollars of foreign investment that emerging economies have been attracting. With the new constitution, the rapid expansion of key infrastructure, and our strong efforts to improve competitiveness, we should be able to achieve a quantum jump in the volume of foreign investment. Finally, with all these improvements, we will achieve economic growth of over 10% per annum and the goals of the Vision 2030. To summarize, for those who are not Kenyan, Vision 2030 is our economic blueprint which aims to transform our country from a struggling third world economy to a middle-income economy by the year 2030. And in doing this, we want to be able to mobilize both our human and natural resources for faster socio-economic development. I end by saying that our growing population is an asset. We can transform it into an asset rather than a burden. We can, by making this youth more productive, we must invest, therefore, in innovative ways that I have suggested in my brief presentation here, that will help us in our efforts for socio-economic transformation of our country. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.